The following was produced by SaltWire Network interns from the Nova Scotia Community College, Ivany Campus.
Welcome to Atlantic Gaming Report Recap. My name is Fozzie, and this is where I will be recapping about gaming conferences, events, directs, and more. Today, I will be recapping the Indie World that was held on May 11th. Let's get started. Nintendo has once again shared a glimpse of the upcoming indie games coming to the Nintendo Switch, and they did not disappoint. Oblets is a wholesome game where you grow and train creatures to help Batchtown grow and prosper. Oblets gives players the freedom of customization, crafting, and making friends with their neighbors, and much more, as well as epic dance battles. How cute! Oblets releases on the Nintendo Switch this summer. Batora Lost Haven is an interplanetary action RPG that aims to mix the best parts of the hack and slash game with that of a twin stick shooter. You play as Avril, who will need to use her powers to save her home planet after a disastrous event changes everything. Batora Lost Haven releases this fall on Nintendo Switch. Electhead electrifies itself onto a Nintendo Switch this summer. Electhead is a challenging 2D side-scroller game where you play as a robot named Elec. Players will need to bring back light to the world by using electricity that activates objects when Elec comes in contact. There'll be tons of secrets to discover. Sounds electro-thrilling if you ask me. Alright, I will stop with the jokes. If you like music, you'll like this game. Soundfall is a rhythm-based looter-shooter dungeon crawler. The game puts players in the shoes of Guardian of Harmony that must take down the forces of Discord. If you can stay on beat, you will become even more powerful, and more than 140 songs and up to 4-player local and online multiplayer will keep things fresh for many playthroughs. When does it release? It got a surprise launch of today. Enjoy some beats and rhythm it up with Soundfall. Gumbella throws the character in the driver's seat to help players make their way through a Nord-punk world that very well may lose all its natural resources if nothing is done about it. Players will upgrade the titular Gumbella and interact with a diverse cast of characters. Enjoy this side-scroller game in 2023. The next game may relate to you if you ever started a band. OFK is an episodic game that will take players through the ups and downs of trying to make a dream come true in Los Angeles. The game stars Itsumi Sayoto as well as a fully voiced cast. This summer, the game will be released for Nintendo Switch and have weekly episodes released afterwards. If you want a more ocean-fying game, try Silt. Silt will be sending players to the harrowing ocean abyss to solve mind-bending puzzles while exploring this underwater world. Players will be able to possess sea creatures to solve puzzles and interact with many secrets that the ocean has to offer. And you won't have to wait too long to play it. Silt will release next month in June. Are you tired of being in a hurry, but always getting the red lights? I got a game for you. Mini Motorways is a game that lets you design the roadways of a city to serve its citizens' best interest. While things may start simple, highways, roundabouts, and upgrades will keep players on their feet and will task them with keeping up with the ever-changing demands of the streets. Get creating now, as Mini Motorways has just been released on Nintendo Switch. And now, a game for the fellow journalist out there. Wayward Strand is set in the 1970s rural Australia, and it centers around a teenage journalist named Casey Beaumaris. Her journey takes her to the Curious Flying Hospital, filled with patients and their touching stories. Alongside learning more about those who are currently staying in the hospital, Beaumaris will also need to figure out more about the place she has suddenly found herself in. The game will feature over a dozen characters to follow, and you will get to choose which stories you want to see unfold during a playthrough. Wayward Strand releases this summer on July 21st. Do you like lambs? How about cults? The game Cult of the Lamb has heard your cries. It will be released later this year. The game puts players to take control of a possessed lamb who was saved from dying by a forbidden stranger. Throughout the game, players will need to repay their debt by building up a community, conquering dangerous dungeons, building up resources, and more. Hopefully you loved Elden Ring, because I got the following Souls-like game for you, and it is pretty crabby. Another Crab's Treasure stars a hermit crab that utilizes over 50 different shells to overcome some of the most dangerous threats under the world's polluted sea. Don't let the cute art style fool you, because the enemies are brutal and the game is challenging. Another Crab's Adventure releases next year. And that was the biggest games announced in the indie world. The show also featured small glimpses of games like A Guidebook of Babel, Card Shark, A Curse to Golf, One Shot, World Machine Edition, Idle Manage, Wild Frost, and Totally Accurate Battle Simulator. I'm Foz Abram with the SaltWire Network, and this was Atlantic Gaming Report Recap. Have a good day.